But last night I was thinking as I was half asleep.
I was going to say, you were pretty out.
And I think it's time to shut down Too Crazy Ketos and just completely move over to a camping lifestyle, because we're more about living life off the couch. And I think we've done all that we can do for the keto space. And I think it's time to just kind of focus maybe on camping and also cruising. Well, good morning.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and every Monday we go live on Keto Beyond the Couch, because life exists beyond the couch.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we're having breakfast, you'll be alerted to it.
So we are in Valdosta,
yes,
Georgia. We are on our way up to Elkhart, Indiana. I'm still a little sick.
It's okay.
And getting a little bit of a late jump. It's about 7:30. I really want to be out of here by 7 because they said we're going to have some nasty weather and I want to be off the road by about 3.
Yeah.
But last night I was thinking as I was half asleep.
I was going to say, you were pretty out.
And I think it's time to shut down Too Crazy Ketos and just completely move over to a camping lifestyle, because we're more about living life off the couch. And I think we've done all that we can do for the keto space. And I think it's time to just kind of focus maybe on camping and also cruising.
It's April Fool's, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. I literally, I just got eggs. I just got 3 boiled eggs off of the buffet in our hotel buffet. And I seriously, my stomach just did a flip-flop. Like, oh my gosh, sir.
Okay, well, the worst part is that is actually going to be the opening clip for this video.
Oh my gosh.
So really going to really upset people. So no, we are that was
April
good.
Fool. You're the fool.
So yeah, we are on our way. I'm going to stop and get a drink. The hotel had breakfast. I didn't even go look. What did they have?
They had the boiled eggs.
Okay.
They had.
So you're having boiled eggs, obviously.
They had pork sausage, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling it this morning.
The sausage at the free breakfast in hotels are hit and miss. Sometimes they're really good.
So I didn't try it, so I can't tell you if it's awesome, but I was like, no.
I usually like those pork sausage and then put cream cheese on it. Maybe I should grab a couple of them. Did they have cream cheese?
They do. They had cream cheese. And they have original. They don't have half the fat ones or third of the fat.
It's not even good.
Then they have scrambled eggs, but they don't look fresh cracked.
No, most scrambled eggs in the hotels are either dry or they're mixed with pancake batter. So that's usually something we avoid.
And they have coffee.
Last night, I am not one to take medicine. Anybody who's been watching us for any length of time, anybody who knows me personally, I do everything I can to avoid medicine. Even when I had all of the issues with my ankle and I was being given painkillers and arthritis medication to be able to take multiple times a day, like 3-4 times a day, I never took it unless I needed it, which probably wasn't a good thing because sometimes that stuff builds up and it helps, but I don't like taking medicine.
Well, you have to work.
And so that's why I had such a stockpile that we had to basically get disposed of, because I had pounds and pounds of pills and stuff, and we got rid of all that stuff. I'm so thankful that I'm off of that. But I'm not into taking cold medications. I'm usually let it run its course, because all of the things like NyQuil and stuff like that, they don't get rid of the cold.
They're just pushing the
side
effects.
Mask the symptoms to help you feel better. And so I try to avoid them, but considering everything that's going on in our road trip, and I need to at least get a little bit of sleep, I did take some NyQuil, But what I do, and this is a good piece of advice for everybody. So NyQuil, you can go buy the liquid,
Right.
right? The stuff that you're going to drink. That stuff is loaded with sugar. It is loaded with sugar. So what I do, and it's still not the best, but
No.
I think it is better, is I get the capsules or what they're like liquid gels.
Right.
And I take those, and I was out.
You were totally out. And that makes sense about the liquid because it's not palatable. It's not even palatable with the sugar.
Right.
So without it, it probably just, no one would take it. They wouldn't sell any product. So that's the reason why you're interacting with so much sugar if you take the liquid. So yeah, you can kind of skip that step with the gel cap as much as possible.
Yeah. So again, I don't think it's the greatest thing in the world. Even any medicine, I mean, even stuff that your doctor prescribes, there's usually like dextrose in it. There's maltodextrin. They use it, you know, like to bind medication to turn it into a powder form. So Tylenol, all of that stuff has maltodextrin and other nasty ingredients, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
But prepare yourself.
It did make me feel better.
Prepare yourself for some inflammation. Like you just kind of know it's going to happen. When we're home, you just let it run its course.
I usually would let it run its course. And then after that, Rachel did make me a Coco Loco.
Yes.
And put a little bit of the super creamer in there, and that was a good like night drink. So like I really did enjoy that. I do have to say, like, I don't think we could have done better for dinner.
No.
Like that barbacoa.
Awesome.
Was so good.
Plus,
and
I like the
low
tacos.
in total carbs.
Yep.
The tacos were great. I didn't even touch the lunch meat. Like, I was full just from what we were eating. So we have the lunch meat here for on the road today. Except for we probably shouldn't have gotten that.
Why?
Because we're going to pass a minimum of 2 Buckees today.
Well, the only thing is, you're going to get some beef jerky, but let's be honest, it's not free.
I'm not looking for beef jerky.
You're looking for the brisket.
Now, the first Buckees is about 150 miles away. So by the time we get there, it's going to be probably too early anyway.
Right.
To get brisket, but maybe the second Buckees. And I don't know if there's another Buckees along the way. Having a carnivore Oreo for breakfast. Rachel mentioned the pork sausages, so 2 pork sausages with some cream cheese in the middle. I've got some bad news for you.
Bad news? What's the bad news?
So we are about 20 miles, 23 miles away from Buckees.
Yes.
It is currently 9:30.
Okay.
Well, what happens at 10 o'clock?
I was going to say, you're going to land me slap dab in the middle of Keto Beyond the Couch.
So you're going to have less than 10 minutes to go potty and walk through Buckees.
Dang, I almost feel like we should just wait and then just go to the next one.
Well, no, I'm stopping at Buckees, so you can do Keto Beyond the Couch.
Wow.
And I will go into Buckees and do some shopping while you're doing the premiere on Keto Beyond the Couch.
Well,
How's that sound?
You at least have to get me a coffee.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey, Joe. Exit now for Buckees.
Look, you even have a little bit of extra time. It's currently 9:38, and so you're going to have about 20 minutes before we need to get into the premiere for Keto Beyond the Couch. How much damage can we do in Buckees in 20 minutes?
We're about to see. They usually have, like, I find the best selection of creamer. They have outstanding bathrooms that make you feel like...
I feel like you're in a luxury, like, hotel in New York City.
A bathroom suite.
So when I was a kid, you know, we grew up in New York, and we lived on Long Island in Long Beach, but we would always go to Manhattan like Christmas time. My mom, you know, we'd walk around like Rockefeller Center and stuff like that. But my mom's like thing that she liked to do is she liked to go into the hotels, like the Park Plaza, you know, all those different types of places like Trump Tower. And she wanted to go into the bathrooms. Her thing was is that you could rate a hotel by how nice is the public restroom in the lobby.
I like to study lobbies as well, not just the bathroom, but the entire layout. Like, how hospitable are they? Do they have coffee and water? Do they have nice, cushy living spaces, you know, like couches and things like that? Can you plug in your phone even before you get a room of your own? Like, how hospitable are they? What's the gift shop look like if they have a gift shop? And certainly, what does the morning complimentary breakfast look like?
Now, if you don't know what about a Buckees, if you don't know what it is, and we've had subscribers on both of our channels say, like, what is Buckees? I
think a gas station.
More RVers know about Buckees than maybe people on our keto channel. But here is the best way that I can describe a Buckees. Buckees is basically like Cracker Barrel had a baby with a gas station, and it's the size of a small Walmart.
It's a big baby.
Rachel is walking with a vengeance. She's on a mission.
I've got my garbage from the hotel that I'm gonna drop off. How happy are you sometimes when you have an opportunity during a road trip to stop at a gas station, not for just the gas, not just for the restroom, but to just throw out all of the trash that accumulates? It's ridiculous. We've gotten 2 steps in this door and I already want like 5 things.
Rachel is not gonna be happy when she sees how long the line is for the women's restroom. I have a feeling she's not going to the restroom. I take it you're not going to the restroom.
The line is literally around the block.
There's got to be 100 people on the line.
For true fans of Buckees, there's now an entire jewelry line, which I may have to get into, but first coffee. The only thing that this road trip is missing is music. But I can't sing right now. You may be thinking we're not missing music.
No, we're not missing it.
But usually I really do enjoy singing and listening to music, but I like to sing along if I'm listening to music. I don't want to just listen to it and not sing along. I'm that person that's super annoying on a cruise, because if we're at one of the Broadway shows, I'm singing through the entire, like, Grease. When we saw Grease, I was singing. When we saw Mamma Mia, I was singing. When we watched Staying Alive, I was singing.
It's funny, I was just recently watching a video from one of the cruise YouTubers. And by the way, no, we are not going to start another channel for cruising.
No.
But one of the things that they were like, things to not do on a cruise that annoy other people.
Rachel.
And one of them was, do not sing during the performances. Nobody wants to hear you sing. They want to hear the people on stage sing.
Well, too bad what they want. Sometimes what I want takes center stage in my brain.
So I think it's funny that we actually have a cruise booked for November for Symphony of the Seas. And I almost hate to tell you what the Broadway play production is on that one.
What is it?
Because you're going to be singing up a storm.
What is it?
Hairspray.
Oh my goodness. Good morning, Baltimore. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, so we just finished up our, the what do we call that thing? The premiere of our video.
Correct.
Here, you can have my coffee. I ruined it.
What did you do?
Tell me what you think I did that I ruined it.
You made it like a bridge too sweet.
I did. I put, like, it's funny because sometimes we'll go to Starbucks. Not very often because Starbucks costs too much money. But I'll go to Starbucks and I will get a coffee with 4 pumps of sugar-free vanilla, and then we do their splash of heavy cream, and I always tell them like a quarter. I don't know what that means, a quarter, because they have like a quarter, a half is normal, and then they have 3/4. And it's funny because last time when we were in Disney, I asked for it, and the girl actually showed it to me. She was like, "Judge the color for me," and that's really how I. Right? That's how I judge my coffee. Like, I can't tell you how much I'm putting in. It's all about the color of the coffee. Like, how dark. If it's like almost white, that's too much. Now, that's how we used to have coffee. When we drank things like Cremora and stuff.
It was
International Delight.
It was coffee flavored creamer. But honestly, with that in mind, if you are drinking to a certain lightness, then you could indulge in creamer.
Absolutely.
For sure. So it may just be like you decide how much, like you could fix your coffee the way you like it, taste it, but like be measuring through that experience so that every single day you are getting the identical amount, because some days you're more heavy-handed than others.
Yeah, like at home, based on our coffee mugs, I know what I use. It's usually about 2 tablespoons of whatever creamer we're using. Usually like the super creamer, or if I use our keto chow creamer or something like that. But anyway, got off on a tangent there. I always do 4 pumps of sugar-free vanilla, and it's perfect. It's not very sweet, but you have that little bit of sweetness. Well, I did 4 pumps inside of Buckees, and that is way too sweet.
I gotta tell you, I like saving money, but since it was $1.98, I'm not going to drink the rest of that either. It's actually too sweet for me, which I didn't even think we would reach that bridge. Like, what is that bridge?
It's just too sweet. We'll have to stop at the next Buckees, which is about 80 miles away. Maybe you'll be able to go to the bathroom in that Buckees.
I have not yet gone to the restroom since we left Valdosta.
Okay, I have a question. Maybe this is a bridge too far.
Okay.
Why do women's restrooms have such a long line?
Well, because we take every opportunity. There are some guys that like pee in a cup, pee next to their car, like just pee wherever.
I carry urine bags in the truck.
I don't think
they're for emergencies.
I don't think that I don't think that we pee more than you guys do. It's just that you guys aren't willing, to wait in the line, and we don't have an alternative. I mean, I know that there are products out there. Watch out for the speed trip. I know that there are products out there that would allow you to pee while you're camping, like stand up and pee into this thing.
Solo cup?
But it's not easy. It's not as easy, and it's certainly not as easy to conceal.
Yeah.
To do that for a lady. So we kind of have to.
I've just never seen a line that long for a lady.
Instead of complaining, you should have mercy for us.
I do have mercy
and
for you.
And grace, and be like, man, you guys have it hard.
I saw that line.
And I need to be more patient.
I was going into the restroom and I saw that line. I'm like, oh, my poor baby. Like, there's no way. We don't even, I mean.
I couldn't shop, pee, and make it back in time for the premiere.
I mean, there had to be 50, 60 people on that line. It
Easily.
Literally went like from the bathrooms all the way out to the door and then wrapped down the side of the building.
I have a question. What's your number? What is your number when you see a restroom and you see a line? And I'm not talking about emergency situation, because emergency situation is like, well, we're going to be here until.
In about 10 miles, keep right onto I-75.
Let's stop that.
I was going to say keep right. But what is your, like, if it's a normal bathroom line and you're just like, hey, we stopped here for gas, so I'm going to go ahead and use the restroom. What's the number that is like, okay, one more person and I'm not waiting on this line?
You're asking me to divulge, like, personal information.
This is personal to you?
Okay, so what's my number? So depends on how bad I have to go to the bathroom.
Right. Now, this is an emergency. This is just like, we stop at the Fort Pierce gas station every single time and you just go. But if you saw this many people in line, you'd be like, okay, no, forget it.
So you want TMI? Is that what you want?
Yeah.
So TMI, if there's more than 5 or 6 people out the door, I'm going to go find a cup.
Okay. Well, if I would say that if I see more than 10 women in line because we're pretty fast.
Okay.
That's the one thing you've got to give the ladies. Like, what is that? Is it in Persuasion where she says, like, I can't say, like, this sex is perfect. We have our faults and failures. But if there's something I could say, like, proudly about the ladies is when there's a line, we're pretty nice about being quick about it. So 10 women in line for the bathroom, like, you're going to get into a bathroom stall within, like, 10 minutes. And I'll give it 10 minutes.
Gets a potty break.
Yay! And a Buckees break.
And here's the thing. So we're at the Buckees in Calhoun. If for some reason the ladies' restroom lines are a lot longer, there is a Love's directly across the street.
Well, I'm waiting.
So you could always like run you into Love's because it is interesting, and I know it's something that a lot of people don't like. I mean, it's kind of like a 50-50. So if you didn't know, Buckees does not allow truckers.
Right.
So you can't, if you're a trucker and you want to go to Buckees, you have to park across the street at Love's and then walk to Buckees.
It can be so congested in the parking lot, though. I can't imagine that most truckers even want to do that. We don't even go to Buckees a ton when we're towing a trailer because it's kind of hard to sneak in and out of that parking lot depending on the time of day.
So even though I have more than 3/4 of a tank of gas, I figure since we're here, I'll go ahead and fill up. Diesel fuel here is about $3.58 a gallon. So I figure I'll just top off here even though I don't need it, but it does help not having those giant diesel fuel bills. Now we actually do have some of the different Fuel Club saving cards, and I'll use them a lot of times. It just really depends on, am I going to save more money and convenient? And I might be able to save a couple of pennies across the street, but since we're here now, I might as well. I use those typically a lot more when we're towing the RV, because when we're towing the RV, I get to use the trucker lanes. So we're going to go ahead and fill up while Rachel shops inside. So what have you found?
I have been looking at all the food, to be honest. I'm just getting over here to the clothes and accessories. Dude, there is like every style represented here. No matter what kind of purse you like, no matter what kind of skincare you're into, whatever kind of clothing you like. I mean, just there's something for everybody.
I have some bad news for you as you've been shopping around in Buckees.
What?
So I have secretly been trying to arrange to meet with Larry.
Really?
Yes, we were going to meet just outside of Nashville. We were going to go to Buffalo Wild Wings for lunch. But because we're so far behind and there is some bad weather rolling in, and he lives about an hour away from where we're going to meet, like I don't want to make him drive for an hour. We're still 3 hours away. So we are going to skip that. I was trying to surprise you. We were just going to stop at Buffalo Wild Wings and eat lunch. But good news is there's always an announcement when we want to talk. The good news is he's actually going to be in South Florida the week after the low carb cruise. So we're going to meet up with him then.
Yay!
But what that does mean is we can get some brisket.
Okay.
Buckees is so big, Rachel got lost.
I did get lost because there's like several entrances, but I wanted to make sure we had enough forks, knives, and napkins. Always a concern. No matter where I am, whether on land, on sea, like driving a car, I need more napkins than what a normal human person needs.
We need our regular picture with the Buckees statue.
Let's do it.
Okay, we stopped at Buckees. We're a little bit more broke, and we're also about another hour behind, but that's okay because we got some keto lunch and dinner. So we've got a pound of sliced brisket. Now they do sliced brisket here. The only thing is they will only sell it by the pound. You can't get a half a pound. So the minimum is a pound. But what's nice about it is if you get the sliced brisket, a lot of times you do have to ask for it. It takes a minute or two for them to slice it up because they slice it fresh. But there's no sauce on it. So we always get the sliced brisket. Then we also got a pound of sausage. We love sausage, and their sausage is really good. So we'll probably start off with the brisket. We got a whole bunch of mustard since we don't have any sauce, and I like mustard on my brisket. And then anything we don't eat, pretty much the sausage, that will be dinner. So we've got our keto lunch and our keto dinner right here at Buckees. How is it? You're in your happy place.
Worth the wait.
Fatty brisket.
Oh my gosh.
Mustard, and what do you get? Some salsa?
Yeah, they had some salsa. They had other toppings that it's like you charges you like 25 cents per topping. But the salsa was free and I want to try it.
Is it good?
It's good.
So you know how like Anthony has this dream of visiting like every theme park in the world?
Yes.
And some people like want to go to every baseball stadium in the United States. I have a weird goal.
To visit every Buckees?
To visit every Buckees in the country. And I just saw a sign that says we're 50 miles away from one here in Kentucky, and we've never been to a Buckees in Kentucky.
Wait a second. Are we in Kentucky?
Yes, we're in Kentucky. We missed that one too.
I have literally missed every single like state.
Yes. So, but we've already stopped at 2 Buckees, and like we're already so far behind.
We've
like,
got.
I'm not willing to stop at another Buckees today, but there is a little bit of FOMO going on that we're going to miss the opportunity to go to a Buckees in Kentucky, and we haven't been to a Buckees in Kentucky. Right. Am I the only one that has this FOMO?
Yes, you're it. That's it.
So it looks like we're making up a little bit of time finally. So we are currently 6.5 hours away from our destination.
Well, we made it, and there's still a little bit of light out, so that's good.
So we stopped Lexington?
Yes. You know it's going to be a really awesome motel when in the parking lot there's a spearmint rhino exotic dancing place, gentleman's club.
So we were looking at places, and you know, we have Marriott and Hilton rewards, but we really were looking for some place
living on the edge. More edgy.
So we were looking for some place where you can get to the door, like a motel, just because we want to bring our bicycles in.
Right.
And like, listen, we did it, but bringing the bicycles through the lobby, aside from being a little bit weird,
it takes some time.
It took some time, and it'd be much easier if we could just wheel our bikes right into our room right here and then bring them out in the morning. That'll save time. It will save like a half hour of everything in the morning, bringing them through the lobby. And score, it only cost us $46 for the night to stay here.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know, but he had to photocopy my driver's license.
The scary part is there's actually a second abandoned, closed down gentleman's club.
Oh, next door.
Next door.
Well, I mean, this is an Econo Lodge, and then there's also like a Comfort. So it's like the Choice hotels. Surprisingly, we must have stayed here before or in these places because we actually have a membership for Choice. I thought it was funny though, when I was booking, I went in and he gave me like a $20 higher rate. And I'm like, I just saw online. He's like, well, you got to go book it online and come in. I'm like, okay, no problem. So you go to book it online, and, you know, we do like to play this game where, you know, you get the credit card to get rewards and stuff. And they offer me a credit card, which I do not want. And it was like, if you sign up for the credit card, we will give you a $200 statement credit towards your first purchase. But my hotel room is only $46.
Yeah.
No.
Is there a $200?
Maybe if we stayed for a week.
Yeah, there you go.
That could be it, but...
This is probably more of a place that you pay by the hour.
Well, listen, all we need is a place to crash for a few hours. We've been on the road for over 12 hours.
We're ready for it.
And we only knocked 8 hours of our time off. We got about 5 hours to go. So if we can get on the road by somewhere between 7 or 8, preferably closer to 7, then we could be where we're going by about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock at the latest, which would be absolutely perfect, because then we'd have enough time to find a decent place to stay up there. You're looking a little worried. Hey, at least they have, like, you know, that kind of a card. Yeah. Are there any, like, used condoms on the floor or anything?
No. Okay, so there's some cigarette burns on the quilt.
That's your bed.
In a no smoking room. So clearly we did not, you had one direction, don't smoke in here. Clearly that was ignored. But let's just see the bathroom, because usually that's the scariest. Okay, that was a
worthless light switch.
A worthless light switch. Okay, so maybe just only bathe in the morning.
There we go.
Okay, I can see that.
Is there no light in the shower?
There is no light in the shower. I know where everything on my body is, though, so I mean, I can.
I know where everything on your body is, too. I
can do this.
I can bathe you.
Okay, good. It looks like if you do a back forth, you do get a light in the bathroom, so that's definitely a helpful thing.
Yeah, but I was hoping to wash you.
Sorry.
Are you, like, triple locking the door?
I'm being a little dramatic, I think, but, you know, lock the door. It's okay.
We have a cooler and bicycles to place in front of it, too.
Yes.
So we made it, sort of. We stopped in Lexington, Kentucky. I wanted to stop at a Buckees in Kentucky, which was 2 exits back. I could have stopped.
We made the right choice.
I could have stopped, but there were no, like, motels or hotels there, so we just kept going. But now I can't.
So we found a no-tel.
So Rachel started looking ahead, going, let's just stop in Lexington. And we were looking for places we always stay at, like Fairfield, Hilton's, Marriott's, because we're like silver and gold members with them, and we have reward points with them.
What are we with a condo lodge?
And
10.
Everything was showing up at like $120 a night.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And I have a hard time paying $120 to just literally park my head for like 6 hours. Because my plan is to be out by 7 a.m. We drove for 12 hours today, and we only knocked 8 hours off of our drive in 12 hours because of the ridiculous amount of traffic. Now, the good thing is I think we bypassed a lot of the bad weather.
I do too.
Because they were saying this area was loaded with rain and hail, and it's beautiful blue skies outside.
It's really nice now. So we have to be a little bit careful. You don't have hair, so you don't have to worry about what you're going to leave a hotel that you rest your head in.
Okay.
Like, I am going to have to be a little bit more concerned. Maybe you could get like lice or something just resting in like your chest nest up here.
We can shave your head.
But I feel like I would like, is there a C? Is there an answer C to that?
So we're going to end this video right here. The next video you see, you'll see why we are making this long drive to Elkhart, Indiana.
Sorry about my hair.
If you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos we have linked right over there. Also, make sure you take a look at the most recent videos that I put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and then that way, every single time we stay in a sort of shady hotel, you'll be alerted to it.
Till next time.
Bye.